Morning and welcome to a rather dreary on the Pacific Highway, the beautiful Pacific Highway. There's a few little spots of rain. It's about 1,000% humidity. I don't know, we're riding our bike on a Monday, so it can't be bad. Yeah, look, this bloke's with me today, so I was hoping to hit him up with a little bit of training chat, insights. Ooh. Anyway, while we do some bob and half pipes, which is actually part of the story today, so I'll fit you in on that. Let's get into it. So dark, guys, it is so dark. So yeah, we're just hearing bob and head, and I kind of want to mention this because it's interesting talking and thinking sort of about my training this year, and that's sort of one thing I'd like to talk about. I was out here this time last year and I was doing essentially a bob and head ride. I kind of rode out to Brooklyn, did all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was doing the Festive 500. And I kind of look back at my training this year and, no, it's all good. My riding all year has basically been just Chris doing the Festive 500. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've just been sort of ticking over all year. Just, yep, cool. Yeah, just ticking it over, blah, blah, blah. And look, obviously doing the Festive 500 last year, I didn't know what the year was going to be, but when you removed the bike racing, the road bike racing, that motivation just disappeared, and I kind of fell into this, what are we calling it? Like, I fell into this like slumber or something of just doing the Festive 500 all year. So it's something I obviously want to change next year, and today's a great example. I'm not doing the Festive 500 style Ks here. We are doing bobbin head half pipes. We're going to make them 12 minutes, so quite a longer effort, and yeah, sort of above sub-threshold type power. Alrighty, let's get into it. You know it's going to be a solid interval when a minute and 30 in, you hear from him. That means we're going deep, boys, we're going deep. Yeah, so I had two little thoughts there while I was in the absolute box. Getting a little bit back into training, like not every interval is going to be your PB. Do you know how sometimes you can fall into this mindset of like, oh, well, if you start out and the numbers aren't there, you know, it's not going to be that good. You sort of almost give up. Like, that's not the point of intervals. The point of intervals is obviously to get a repeatable effort, not make everything gold. What were you going to mention about caffeine?
Oh, just using it in training a bit more. Like, I'll have my daily coffee, and then at races I'll use caffeine gels, but it's not something I've ever used for hard training sessions to get an extra few % out. So
yeah, don't sort of use it as like the last ditch saloon type thing. Yeah.
Or even don't use it every day for every ride. Maybe skip a coffee for an endurance ride, and then when you have your hard efforts day,
yeah,
load up on the caffeine and get a few % out.
Well, the other thing I know is when you reach to your back pocket and you turn the music up.
Oh yeah.
That means
I put the second headphone in.
Yeah, I know the squeeze is on then. So what's my job today? My job today is the official on your right, on your right, on your right.
But don't come around me. As soon as I see that front wheel,
yeah, I know. I know the skill. I know. I've got some footage there of me in the pocket. And then and the other thing is when you get towards the top, just in case there is a segment, you got to back off the guy who's done the whole effort on the front by about 5 meters. I may not have done that the other day, and we had an issue. We had a domestic on that one. Running the cargo pants again today, by the way. He just asked me, do you not get worried? Hey guys, how's things? This is just like, yeah, Chris, whatever. Shut up. Yeah, cargo pants. He just asked me again, you're not worried things fall out of the pockets? So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, I want to say this about the shorts. They're built differently to normal bib shorts, okay? So you can see the paneling on the rear obviously has pockets rather than no pockets. And the trade-off then in terms of your riding is this. These are great for long endurance days like this training day, a 300k day that I did the other week, perfect for that. Are they great for a 40-minute crit? Hell no. The other thing that I've learnt is that I'm running the core ones most of the time and they are perfect. You don't need to spec these out from what I'm gathering so far. Those core cargo bib shorts and Rapha are perfect. What else you got?
So, lesson for the year for me was just sticking with what works. So I'm a coach and I coach myself. But even I sometimes go down rabbit holes of, I should be doing more volume or I should just be doing more high intensity stuff. But even I have to just pull myself up a bit and go, no, just stick with what works, what's worked in the past and that you respond well to. So I think everyone sort of starts to go down those weird paths.
So that is good news. Looks like we will be over to pick up Liz pretty soon. But I just wanted to quickly say, so I thought that was kind of an interesting chat with Jessie, wasn't it? Just towards the end of the ride there, where he was saying that one of his takeaways from the year was to just stick with what you know works best for you.
Just sticking with what works. So I'm a coach and I coach myself.
And not get carried away or not get sort of caught up in the whole, this is going to work for me, or this is the trick, or that's the secret silver bullet. And this is no offense to Jessie or anything, but it's kind of easy for him to say that because he does know what works for him. And it had me sort of thinking a little bit about this channel, really, because, we all do this, don't we? You're searching through YouTube, etc., and everyone's giving their opinion. They're telling you that, high volume's the trick, high intensity's the trick, polarized training, endurance training, this is how you ride endurance. May have done that in the past. Be vegan, be carnivore, be fasting, all these kind of things. And look, 99% of the people on YouTube who are doing that sort of stuff are not doing it as a preach type thing. They're just kind of saying, look, this is what I do and this is what works for me. But as the end user, we're there watching it going, or maybe I'll try that, or maybe I'll try that, or maybe I'll try that. So it's like we've got this flood of, what are you calling them, niche things to try, and we're all out there trying them. But I think the takeaway of that comment is actually more about, listen to the noise, right? I mean, it's all information. There's nothing particularly wrong with that. We should be mature enough to pick that out. But I think the thing is to maybe not try and copy someone else. And this comes off a chat I was having with Ben Carmen last week, I think. And we were talking about diet and stuff, okay? And because one of the things that came out of his, he was doing some blood work during the surgeries and stuff, and it came out that his iron levels were pretty low. And I'm sort of, at the moment, I'll talk to you about this a little bit in the future, and having a little bit of that at the moment. And he made this comment, he's just like, Chris, just you do you. And I'm like, oh yeah. I don't need to copy someone else to be like them. I just need to do my own thing and it will work out. So, I don't know, I realise that's a bit existential, maybe? That's the right word. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. This is the way we'll figure this into some sort of neat sort of end, right? So, Catherine and Kira did an art class the other week and they both had to paint a bird. It was a bird that was sort of there, right? Now, if this doesn't say you do you, then I don't think anything does, right? So, here we have Catherine Lee's bird. Okay? Looks like the bird, pretty much. Alright? Now Kira, same bird. Kira does Kira, right? You do you. Can I come in and have a quick look?
Yeah.
No, I was just going to quickly pop in and have a quick look at your setup.
And grown-ups are not allowed to open them.
Oh, that's
only
fair enough.
kids.
No, that's fair enough. No grown-ups allowed.
Everything's closed and no one's looking. Sit in the middle, please.
Okay, I'll sit in the middle. So I just wanted to quickly say that we know that Mama's still in the hospital. So what have you guys been up to in the meantime? Where are you staying at the moment?
At Nana and Papa's, and we made a camp with lots of things that we can play with, and when it's dark enough we'll go stargazing.
So the girls have decided this evening that they are going to be camping at Nana and Papa's outside here. It's their first night camping. And because I'm going to ferry back over to the hospital. What are we calling it? Digit gate. Mama and her finger still waiting for it.
But we can't tell what they are.
No, that's fair enough. Cool. All right. Well, I better get out of here because I don't want to.
Alright, you can go.
I don't want to see too much stuff in here because I'm a grown up supposedly. Thank you. Have a nice night.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Catherine, go out to that side to Catherine. Do you want to close the windows? Bye, Catherine.